of number one, the bottom line of number one. So the whole thing on the bottom line would be what?
9 plus x.
9 plus x. Or x plus 9.
Times. I'm talking to you.
Okay, and then what's the outside on the bottom?
15 plus
9.
10.
Okay, and then on the top line, on the top line, what's the whole thing?
15 squared.
And what's the outside?
15.
15. Okay, so that's how we did it.
I got it right.
And a little bit of distributive property.
Oh wait, bro. What? I hate that song so much, JJ. What is the function?
Hi.
I don't like my sixes.
I like to just be myself.
You don't like your 60s?
Myself.
Well, sometimes.
I wish there was a half day. Real. My dad got a half day today.
Did he?
He works at VOM.
Oh, yeah.
Voice of the martyrs.
They're holier than we are, so they get a day and a half off instead of just a
Well, it's
day.
because like they go on like this picnic or whatever.
But they're VOM, voice of the martyrs. They got a Well, even like public stuff is closed today. Like
Do they get tomorrow
they
off?
picked our trash up on Wednesday instead of today, for example.
Wait, like do public schools get off tomorrow?
Probably, I don't know.
My sister does.
So why do they celebrate Good Friday?
Well, Christmas is also Christian.
Yeah, but like
It just becomes a cultural thing.
Well, Easter, they got that Easter.
Okay, so on this one, let's start on the top. What is the whole thing for the top?
X minus 3 plus.
Okay, what is x minus 3 plus 4?
The distribution.
no, x minus 1.
No?
X plus. X minus.
X plus 1.
Yeah.
Negative 3 plus 4 is 1. So the whole thing is x plus 1, and the outside is
4.
4. And the whole thing down here, x minus 6 plus 5.
X plus 1. No, negative 1.
X minus 1.
Let's go. And then
And
5. I'm so smart. And we
So,
got 4 and 4x, and then 5x and 5. Let's go.
okay, when we have x's on both sides. Today is kind of algebra heavy.
Actually, that's not bad, Jaden.
We need something bad, but it's just annoying.
So it's just x. 4 equals x minus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 1 x. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
But there's only 16 problems. That doesn't sound that bad, right?
Bro.
Oh, well, you don't even.
Corey's laughing like it's a joke. Or did Emily say something?
No. She,
I'm trying not to.
I only gotta do 80%.
Well, yeah. There's not a lot, but there are some challenging ones.
Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Me.
Wait, met
I
or
don't
seen?
think I've met anybody that famous.
Our President Donald Trump.
He's met me, guys.
I saw the back of Evander Holyfield's head in the airport once, but I didn't.
Did you touch it?
I didn't. You guys know who Evander Holyfield is?
No.
Sounds like
We just like.
He was at one time the world heavyweight boxing champ. He beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson bit his ear.
That's the guy? What? Now that makes sense.
Did you touch his ear?
Is that why you recognized him? Because he was missing an ear?
I didn't even see his face. It was just the people with me saw him.
What,
It's
like,
hey, he had a real nice suit on.
Actually,
How
how
much
much
is
Jordan
yours
Sullivan
going?
was in there?
Were you just like, oh.
I was like, hey, there's the back of his head. I didn't like his ear, no.
It happened to be.
He keeps it in a jar. Keeps his Watch it be like in a movie.
Mr. Jordan, if you could meet anyone famous, who would it be?
I don't know.
My next one's like Tom.
Okay, so for or
On all
Oh,
fours.
I know this one.
so when it's inside the circle, how do we do it?
4x plus 2 plus 8.
No.
Okay, no, it's
Oh, wait,
just
equals 8.
No.
it's not the whole thing times the outside. There is no outside. It's just this times this equals that times that.
I got it. Willie goes, I know this one.
Mr. Jordan, I got it right. I got it right.
Good job.
I did it.
Paxton.
What?
Paxton. Fix your hair. Or, like, mess with your hair.
No, just shut up.
Mess with your hair. No, I'm sticking out.
I know about it.
Dude, it's still there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's literally like almost in your ear. That's
No, it's not
crazy.
Paxton.
No, it's in your ear.
Alright. Okay, tell me how to set up number 7. It's a lot like number 1, right? What?
6 times 6.
6 times 6 equals,
5 plus x.
okay, x plus 5 times,
5.
no,
No, x.
X, yeah.
Obviously Roman.
Okay, this one is a little bit different than 1 because what's going to happen here?
It's gonna get 5.
Yeah, x squared, x to the second.
X to the simplest one. X traced.
I appreciate your ingenuity, Emily.
Thank you. No one finally does. Because Whitley always Mr. Jordan, don't encourage bad behavior.
Okay, how do we solve it when it's an x squared problem like this?
Square root.
No.
No, you have to move everything over to one side.
Okay, you move everything to one side.
That's what I just said.
Shut up, Roman.
Mr. Jordan, did you hear me?
Yes.
How many carrots Roman?
Oh, I get to play Fortnite tonight. Let's go.
And
I gotta go to
there's not
church.
even a test tomorrow.
But Lennox, if you remember,
Hey,
remember
is our
Lennox?
math test Wednesday or Friday?
Friday.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Why can't it be
Except for
Tuesday?
Friday more like
It was
Friday.
for me then. Yours is next hour. Monday.
Okay, you guys remember what we did then?
We have to find the number
We
that.
Oh,
factored.
it's
Yeah.
split.
What multiplies into negative 36, that would add up to 5. So what multiplies into 36?
6 and
9
6
times 4. And how do we get a 5 out of 9 and 4?
Positive, negative,
Roman, shut up.
Okay, shh. Hush. Okay, what x values would make these factors equal 0?
0 and 1.
Negative 9 and positive 4.
Right. But since we're talking about segment lengths, the negative doesn't make sense.
Right.
So it's just 4.
Right.
Mr. Jordan,
That's not very funny.
I'm sorry. Any instructions?
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at 8 because it's kind of similar, but it's kind of not. So on number 8, on the top part, what would the whole thing be?
6x plus.
Oh.
6x plus 8x,
I see.
which is 14x. And then the outside part is 8x. Okay, and then on the bottom, what's the whole thing?
9 plus 7.
16. And then the outside is 7. Okay, so this one is a little bit different. If we do 14 times 8, I think that's 112x. X times x is x squared. And then 16 times 7 is also going to be 112. Okay, this does have an x squared, but because it doesn't have like the other x term, we don't really have to factor like this. We can just get x squared by itself. So how do we get x squared by itself?
Or divide.
Divide. 0.
No,
X squared equals 1.
Then square root.
square root. Now, if square root, yeah. If we were just doing algebra, the answer would actually be plus or minus 1 because negative 1 squared is also positive 1. But since we're doing geometry,
It's just one.
it's just one.
Yes.
Oh, geometry.
Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan.
Just Jordan.
Let's say you give apes
What did you say?
like a computer to type stuff out, like and they were just constantly typing stuff out. They wouldn't break or anything. They were just constantly typing stuff for an entire eternity.
Isn't that what
Do
made
you think that they would write an entire Shakespeare book word for word eventually?
For eternity.
Eternity.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking.
I don't know. That's kind of hard to say.
Word
It's
for-
possible, but possible not.
I mean, they got opposable
It's
thumbs.
hard to tell.
They say when things are infinite that everything happens, but that's not true. It could be infinite nonsense
Would
also.
you rather
Infinite.
be
Yeah, you
in
could just
jail?
write infinite nonsense for
Would
But there,
rather
you can't really do
in-
probabilities with infinity, so you can't really
Would you rather
say.
be in jail for a year or be in jail until you solve a Rubik's Cube?
But knowing Mr. Jordan, he could solve it.
Oh, a year.
I don't think I would ever get out if it was
No,
a
I'm
Rubik's Cube.
All right.
How is that so funny? What would you do?
I'd probably solve it in a day. Oh, really grinded.
Did we just do 9?
Nope, we did 8.
What?
Okay.
8?
Yep. Number 9. How was that set up?
No.
It's just like number 5. How do we do it?
Hold on, I got it. Okay. 14. And then in parentheses, 2x plus 2. And close your parentheses. And then equals 12 times
That's
c.
not funny, bro.
Laugh because I'm always
What?
Nothing.
nothing. Yeah.
That's not that funny, bro.
All right, so 28x plus 20. So it's double distributed, right? Equals 24x plus.
Plus 6 there.
Yeah.
An opportunity for character building.
There's a lot of those, aren't there?
I constantly finding
You're
What?
constantly being confronted with opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget on this back part, they're not asking for x. They're asking for a segment. So 9 says find UW. UW is like the 12 plus 2x plus 5, or sorry, yeah, 12 plus 2x plus 5. So once we get x, we have to plug it back in. So that would be 16 plus 28 plus 5 is 33. That is the final answer. If you only put the 8, it's like half credit.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
Okay. Somebody besides Emily, 'cause she just did one. How would number 11 set up?
So you see,
16.
X minus 3 plus 16 times x minus 3.
Right.
correct.
X minus 3 plus 16. 16 minus 3 is 13, right? So the whole thing is just x plus 13 times x minus 3. And then Corey said the other part was x plus 3 times x plus 3. Or x plus 3 squared. How do we simplify this?
Well,
Foil.
FOIL, yes. So FOIL means first, outside, inside, last. So the first x times x is x squared. Outside, negative 3 times x. Inside, 13 times x. And the last, 13 times negative 3. Okay, remember after you FOIL, usually the middle terms are like terms, so they will add together. So negative 3x plus 13x. Yes. And then over here, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So it's x times x, x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. So it's x squared plus 6x plus 9. Alright. This might actually be easier than number 7.
It's like a lot.
Because what can we do with this x squared? If we subtract x squared on both sides, what happens? They go away. So we don't really have to factor on this one. This is just 10x minus 39 equals, so it's
Subtract the 6.
subtract 6 out.
Wait, Jordan, you're a math teacher though.
Mm-hmm.
Good observation. He said,
But
so much writing. I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a real good.
These are a little bit beefy.
Does she run, do you think that you're smarter than your whatever?
Smarter than
teacher
the
you are?
average bear. I don't know. She was pretty smart. I had a few math teachers, so I'm sure a lot of.
They make this? What was
He
it?
said that's crazy. That was fun.
The one I had the most in high school was was a she. Okay,
You have
anyways,
to plug it in.
don't forget we have to plug it back in. So NM is 12 plus 3, 15.
Where's the comment? L6.
Yeah, that was X.
Good job. Okay.
Probably.
You're quite the genius. You know,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Next time,
I just
wanna
learn
learn
some of my calculator.
for you.
Like you.
You were going places, kid. I don't know that.
Probably more than that.
Africa. There she is.
Okay, 13, we're getting close. So on the left side, what's the whole thing? I'm not going to draw it, I check. 18 times the outside 8 equals the whole thing on the right.
2.9 plus 7. 9 plus 2x minus 17.
Right, negative 17 plus 9 is negative 8. So it would be 2x minus 8 would be the whole thing. Negative 17 plus 9 is negative 8, so 2x minus 8 is the whole thing. And then 9 is the outside part. Distribute. Actually, we could just divide by 9 up front. Okay, you can distribute, or you don't have to do this. It'll just make my life a little bit easier if I divide by 9. 16.
And then 8. So there's the answer. Yeah, good job, great.
That would
I'm
be
one
alright.
step ahead. Let's make it up to the last one.
Just trying to save face.
Oh, we have to plug it in.
Roman, do you have an alternate name for every girl?
every boy too.
Okay.
What's mine?
What's Lenny?
Monkey boy.
Oh,
Ask
Or
him,
Lenny. Or Lenny.
ask him mine.
it's
What's
7.
Paxton?
That man.
What?
Oh. Yeah, he has another one too that my grandpa called him.
Must be
No,
inappropriate if you
not
know
that.
something.
Not that.
Oh.
Boogly.
Oh, Boogly, yeah, that's my name.
It's 7.
What am I?
Okay, if we plug 12 back in to find CE, it's 2 times 12 minus 7 plus 9. Or I guess we could just do 2 times 12 minus 8, that would work too. 2 times 12 is 24 minus 8 is 16. 16.
It's 16. Are you serious? Wait, they let people wrong. Sorry, guys. What?
I have a problem with my sixes.
16.
Um,
It's like me.
Okay, so on the top, on the last 115, the whole thing is 27 and the outside is 12. Okay, on the bottom it's a tangent, so it's x plus 8 times, darn it, times x plus 8. So this would be 270 plus 54 is... Okay, FOIL this would be x squared plus 8x plus 8x plus 64. Okay, so it's one of these, which means, what do we do?
I don't know. Okay. You have to move it all to
Minus 54.
No,
minus 320.
minus 320. Bring everything to this one side. Uh, 260. Okay, this one looks tricky because it's 260. Shh. So what could multiply into 260?
260. That is easy.
10 times
26.
26. Can I get 16 out of 10 and 26?
Yes.
Negative.
Plus 26 minus
Right. Plus 26 minus 10. So x could be, what makes this negative 26 or 10, so we're going to keep the 10. And then we're going to plug it back in to find hg. hg is x plus 8, so 10 plus 8.
18. Oh, we're done.
No, we're not.
No, I'm done. You have only just begun.
Thanks, Mr. Jordan.